Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today I am setting up my bullet journal for the month of June. And in addition to the explanation of how I set up my bullet journal, I will also be answering some of the questions that were submitted for my Q&A. I like to utilize the basic bullet journaling method for my monthly layouts. The only deviation I make is that I no longer include a monthly focus. Instead, I like to include our monthly reading list from the Year in Picture Books Challenge. I talk about this in my previous video, and you can find a link to this in the description box for that video. Alright, our first question comes from @JadedJournals on Instagram. She says, I like how you use pencil to write in your bullet journal, but how do you keep it from smudging or smearing? Whenever I write with pencil, the graphite always transfers. First off, thank you. I love using pencil in my bullet journal. And the answer to your question is, I don't really do anything. I haven't found too much trouble with smearing, but I am right-handed, so that might help. Not sure if you are left-handed or not. And it does transfer here and there, but not enough that I find it troublesome. And if it does bother me, I simply erase the bits that have transferred, but that doesn't happen very often. My first weekly layout actually only consists of Friday and Saturday because of where the beginning of the month fell. Maybe it's an OCD thing, but I wanted the remaining weeks to begin on a Sunday, and I didn't want any of the weeks to wrap around a weekend, if that makes sense. The next questions come from @HaleyJournals. First off, she asks, what's your favorite animal? Well, truth be told, I'm not much of an animal person. I don't hate animals, they're just not my thing. But if I had to choose, I would say a koala. Next, she asks, how did your handwriting become the way it is now? For this, we must travel back in time to 1989, my 7th grade year. My handwriting developed as a means to cheat the system. It's true. For example, I discovered that by elongating my E's, my 3-page papers would easily turn into 4- and 5-page papers, thus fulfilling the requirements of an assignment with less work. And either I was a good enough student that my teachers didn't feel the need to call me on my bullshit, or they just didn't notice what I was doing. On the following page, I decided to include my own personal reading challenge for the summer. This comes from Anne Bogle, who is the creator of the What Should I Read Next podcast. It's a really great resource for finding new books to read, and I will link to it in the description below. My goal this summer is to spend less time on my phone and more time reading, either with my kids or on my own. Unfortunately, everyone in my neighborhood seems to want the same list of books. I went to the local library, and I kid you not, every book had a waiting list that was at least 30 people deep. This could be tricky to pull off, but I'll just do the best I can, I guess. I also did something I don't normally do, and that is to set up the entire month of weeklies. However, I love this layout so much that I can't imagine that I will need or want to use anything else, so it seemed like a reasonable thing to do. It makes it incredibly easy to visualize my week and see where my focus needs to be. Alright, more questions. At Haley Journals also wants to know what my favorite movie is. It is absolutely Young Frankenstein. I know there are so many other cinematically brilliant movies out there, but this movie has such nostalgia for me that it will always have a #1 spot in my heart. Lastly, Haley asks, what's your biggest goal in life? And that is to be happy. And right now, I'm living that goal. And I couldn't let this month go by without including a drawing. As you might know, or have come to realize, I am a huge Disney fan and love drawing Disney characters. So we'll wrap this video up with a cute little drawing of Bambi. hope you enjoyed this video. It would make me so happy if you were to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to see more bullet journaling videos and more drawings. Thanks for watching.